Hi, my name is Ebenezer Mensadazi, your tutorial master for this free hands-on training on Android Studio. Now we are going to use 3 weeks to develop a mobile app. Any app that you wish to develop for yourself, for your church, for any other company, you can develop it from these fundamentals. So today we are going to launch Android Studio and do a setup for your first application. So I'm going to launch my Android Studio, then we'll launch it from there. So let's sit back and go on. So in fact, Anycom, we have a lot of tutorials, we do a lot of services for you. So if you want any program or any services, you can give us a call, we will assist you. So this is my Android Studio. Now when you are done with the download, make sure you do all the plugins that the studio will ask you to download it. All you need to have is an internet. Some plugins in a total may take you about 2 gig size, so you can do it day or midnight bundle, whatever data that you use. That's your problem. Now you're going to set up a new mobile application. So the first step is when everything is done, your download, your configuration and everything is done, we need to set up a new project. So setting up, let's wait for this settings to finish, because I was working on a previous app. That is why it's taking all these activities, so you need to wait. Alright, now it's done, so I can go back and close all these settings, all these options. So all that I have to do is just go back to new or select new project. So when you choose a new project, this is your first step that you need to make sure you choose the right options. So as a beginner, we are going to use empty activity. So when you choose empty activity, you will come straight to the next. But before you go to the next, let's look at our left side. You can see there's options over here. Now from the basics, when you are done and you want to move on to another level, so we have options over there. So we are working on mobile phones and tablets, which is the tablet that we are using. You can also work on your smart watches and other stuff, smart TV and automotive devices. So we have all these options, but basically we are working on the mobile phone and the tablet. So you make sure that you select the mobile phone and tablet, you choose your empty activity, then you move to the next one. So at the next stage, you have access to your file name, meaning the project. So what name are you giving it to your app? So let's say I'm going to give it Anycom. So I give my file name. You see that we have a package name here. This package name over here, after building your mobile app, you have access to download the APK file and share it to your friends, share it at the Google platform, share it at your Facebook or any other places for people to test it before you host it at the Google Console platform. So you will later on go to that portion. Then the file location, automatically the system will choose the location for you. Now when you come to the language section, the language section on my system, I have 2 languages over there, the Clang and the Java, but I'm going to use the Java. Later on I'll give you the basics on the Kotlin or the Clang, so that I will have access to those portions too. Then the minimum SDK, meaning the minimum smartphones. Now you know that every smartphone has a different versions. So at least if you want every smartphone to have access to your mobile app, then you need to reduce it to the lowest version of it. So mine, I have the lower version of what, 4.1, but I'm not going to use the 4. I'm going to start from the 0.5 devices. So if your phone is not Android 5.0, you cannot download my app from the Play Store or from any other platform. You cannot download it. So you need to give people access to also test your app. So from there, you move to the finish option. So when you click finish, there will be a new generation for the app. This one, the old app that I'm working on it, will go off. Then a new one will start running. So this is the new one. So you can see it's working right now. Everything is working. You can see the loading. When you come down here to, you have all the another options, downloading and inserting other stuff. So you need to wait till it finished. Don't rush. Take your time. Let the system download, import other things that the system makes. So as I made mention, maybe your version interface is different, your version settings is different from mine. Is the same code. There's no changes. So this is how your first app setting that you can do. This is the first step that you need to do if you want to start a project. You go to the file, you choose new project, you choose your mobile phone or tablet, you choose your application name, you choose the language, you choose the minimum SDK, meaning the type of phone that the people can have access to your app. So you need to choose a minimum so that most phones can have access to your app. So after doing all those settings, all you have to do is just click on the finish button. So when you click on the finish button, you see all these generated files will be in for you to start downloading, to start working. So this is the first step that you need to do. Now when you are done with the first step, you go straight to the title bar, you check that your application name is there before you continue. Then when you move to in front of it, you have your Java language also there. So meaning that our file is ready to work. So whenever you want to make changes, meaning you have to start everything afresh. If you have error in your code, you need to start everything afresh. So you need to clear your code options afresh. So this is the first step that we need to do. After it has opened, you go back to these options, which is the activity main.xml. We have two buttons over here. So this is where you'll be working on it. So this is our graphical interface. We have our graphical interface. We have our split code, both code and the graphical interface. If you don't want to use any of this, you go straight to the coding area where you'll be inserting in your code step by step. So from your coding area, you move to your left side where you have your Explorer. Explorer meaning the project that you are working on it, the folders and the files that you may work on it, you have them over here. So if you can see, we have the app name over here. Then we have some other folders in it, the manifest, the Java, and the resources. The short form is REST. So basically you'll be working on this option. This is the Java where you'll be inserting in your code. We'll also come into this portion, the resource. We move to the layout, then we work on this option. So we have this, and when it comes to Java 2, we have this. So these are the coding area that you'll be working on it. Thank you for the first step of setting up a program. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.